For the calculation of NPV on Microsoft Excel, we will use the example of Lahore Sialkot Highway project that we have been using to calculate the NPV and other measures of project worth using the manual method. Right now we are going to do it on Excel. So let us see that how we can do this. We have constructed a basic level of this table in which time is in this column, which is spanning over 10 years, and then we have costs, then we have benefits, and then we have net benefits. We have discounting discount factor, which is 12%, but we can change it according to our needs. These are the basic columns that we can calculate. Right now the time is substituted. We have substituted the values of costs over time. The benefits are also substituted. So after entering these values, we can come to the net benefits, which is to be calculated. For the calculation of net benefits, we are going to use the formula of difference. Here we enter equal sign because to tell Excel that we are using a formula, and the benefit cell will be chosen minus the cost cell. We already know benefits minus costs are equal to net benefits, and then we enter the button, and then we are going to copy paste it for the second year, third year. So for the first 3 years the difference is negative. This is the time period in which there are capital costs greater than the benefits. The benefits are yet to be materialized. Now we copy paste it for those years when the project is started to work. 20 minus 4 will be 16, and then we can paste all these values here. So we get this series of the net benefits, and this final column is actually the sum of these net benefits, which was automatically updated because I had applied this formula, which is a very simple formula, sum of the array, and the array starts from age 2 and ends at age 11. This one is the age 2 and age 11. So now entering, we get 146.5. You know that this is not the net present value, this is the net value. We haven't discounted it. When we discount it, we get the net present value. So for that, the discounting factor will be used. Here we are using 12%, and for that we need to develop the formula that we learned in our last video, how to make the discounting table and hence the discounting factors. So you can refer back to that. However, we are going to use it here. That is 1 over bracket start 1 plus discounting factor, which is 12 or 12% or 0.12. Let's write it in this way: 12% bracket close whole power of this bracket, the time period is in this cell, which is E2, and then we enter. So we get the discounting factor for the first year, and then I can copy paste it to get the discounting factor for the remaining years. But there will be a small issue. Let us see if it is there, because in that video we had that problem. If it is choosing the right discounting factor, yes it is, because we have written 12% in every cell separately, so it remains the same, only the time gets updated, which is in column E. So now we have the discounting factors. We can multiply these with the net benefits. So this discounting should be easy because this is simple product. Discounting factor into the discounting the net benefits, and I get the discounted net benefits for the first year. This, however, is the column of discounted benefits. So let me move this formula to this place, because this is the discounted net benefit, and for that I have to choose the correct cell references. Now it is correct because it is using the discounting factor and the net benefits here. Now I enter and I get these values. Now I can paste these values and I get this series of values, which is actually showing us the discounted net benefits. Here we are using the word after, and this is because we are discounting after taking the difference. As you can see, we are using the net benefits column, which is in H column, and this is after when we take the net benefits. Primarily we have taken the net benefits, the difference, and then we have multiplied it with the discounting factor. So it becomes the discounted net benefit approach, where we are doing the discounting afterwards and not before. So this is one of the ways of doing the calculation for the discounted net benefits. However, here we are able to do it before. It means that we will discount it before the differencing. So for that, discounted benefits, discounted costs column and discounted benefit column has to be generated, because we are going to do the discounting before the differencing. So the cost column is already available. I can simply multiply it with the discounting factor, which is this, and cost column, as I said, should be selected. So I get the discounted costs. Here we are, the discounted costs are calculated, and for the sake of discounted benefits, I have to multiply the discounting factor with the benefits column, and I will get this value for first year, and then I can replicate it for the remaining years by copy pasting it. So I get the discounted benefits. Now the discounting is done, and after the discounting is done, we can take the difference. In other words, this is the differencing after the discounting. So for that, what I can do is I can insert a formula symbol, and then I can subtract the discounted cost from the discounted benefits. So discounted benefits minus discounted costs should give me this value that I can replicate for the remaining years, and I will get the discounted net benefits, in which the discounting is done before differencing. Now if I have to compare these two columns, they are the same, because they are simply the same thing, but in the order of differencing and discounting is reverse in them. This is the cell in which we have taken the sum of these. So the sum is equal to 41.23436. Here we can see that the sum is taken again, and these two cells are the same, and it means that no matter we do the discounting before or after the differencing, no matter what the sequence is, the answer will be the same. This is something we have already experimented in our analysis when we did the NPV manually. So this is the NPV by using more of a elementary approach, where we are doing all the steps. But there is a good news that we can do this thing by using a formula, because MS Excel comes with a formula that can allow us to calculate the NPV without much of the effort. And here we are going to do this thing. Here we can see that NPV is being compared with 0, because this is how we interpret it. And so the formula is typewritten here. As you can see, I have already written this. Let me do this again. I have to type equal sign, and then I can type NPV. As soon as I do this, you can see that NPV is appearing, as well as a tooltip is appearing. And if I read it, it says returns the net present value of an investment based on a discount rate and a series of future payments, negative values, and income positive values. So in another jargon, it is explaining the same thing that we have studied before. Future payments are the negative values, and incomes are represented with positive values. We can see this already here in our net benefits. There are some future payments that are negative values, and these are the income values that are positive values. So we are going to choose these, and we are going to input a discounting rate as well. So let us do this thing. We write a parenthesis, and then we enter the discount rate, which is 12% in this case, and then the comma. And as you can see that whenever I am entering an argument, the other argument gets highlighted in a bold way. So that is actually a kind of guide from my Microsoft Excel that you can use for your guidance. Now these values are to be written, so I don't have to type those values. I simply need to select this series of values, or I can simply type their array, that is h2 colon h11. Colon is when we are continuing all the values that are in between h2 and h11. So we have to remember another thing, that this is going to be the column of net benefits. We don't have to choose the discounted net benefits, because if we are entering the discounting rate, it is going to take care of the discounting process, and it is going to discount the given values. So we are going to choose undiscounted or simple net benefits. Now we can close the parenthesis and get the answer once I press the enter button. So as soon as I pressed the enter button, I got this value. This is 41.234, and you can see that our other calculations, that is discounted net benefit sum before and after, is also, these answers are also the same as we have found using the formula, and this verifies it. There is another thing that you should know, is that what this PKR is appearing here. Definitely it's Pakistani currency, and in different cases there will be different currencies. So for that we can go into the format cell option, and we can format the given cell for its pattern. As you can see, we have chosen within the number tab, we have chosen the category of currency, because it's going to be currency. NPV is in currencies. So symbols are there, and symbols can be chosen. PKR is selected if you want to choose USD, that is United States dollar. It will be here somewhere. There you are, USD. As soon as I choose it, it shows me that it is going to appear in this way. And the decimal places are also choosable. I mean, I can increase it to any number. It is going to give me more precision. If I want this level of precision, I can do this. Otherwise, I can keep it limited to any number of decimal places. So in this way, it will be more elaborated. I'm not going to change the pattern for this case, because the currency in this Sialkot Lahore highway is in PKR, that is Pakistani rupees. So you see that how we can calculate this NPV using Microsoft Excel. We have done it using different ways, that is discounted net benefits, in which before and after approach is used, as well as using the formula of NPV, which is the easiest and makes the things very easy for us. And in the next video, we'll learn about the other tools that we can calculate, that is the discounted measures of project work, by using Microsoft Excel. Thank you.